I've always been fascinated with Vincent van Gogh's style of painting. I love his wild, loose brushstrokes that convey so much energy and motion. I mean, we've all been inspired by his world-renowned painting, Starry Night, all those colors moving and swirling. I mean, what painter doesn't occasionally want to mimic that, right? Back in 1998, I rendered this oil painting of the three wise men riding their camels over hill and dale and desert at night with a full moon on the rise. Now, for the sky, oof, my goodness, I held the brushes in my teeth, daubing the paint in little lines, alternating the colors. After I finished one line, my friend would place the canvas at a different angle, and I'd paint another line, then another angle, and another line, and another. Oh, it took forever, making swirling lines with these little daubs of color. I think I looked like a chicken pecking for grain, you know. But the result, it's a very wild and windy night sky, swirling with color and dynamism. I love pastel colors that live in the same family and are of the same chroma. When I say chroma, I mean brightness. So I like the hues that all lend themselves to pastels. All these colors go together. Actually, I'm wearing a scarf that Joni and Friends printed from that sky. This scarf goes with any color jacket I wear. It is amazing because they're just so homogeneous that way. And I'm just a pastel person. Love turquoises. I love that mustard yellow. I like that aqua tone, the violet, the corals, the soft, warm pinks. It just conveys tenderness, warmth. It's a very inviting palette. And the moon, believe it or not, I studied the craters in the moon. I wanted to get the moon right. And so I looked at a map of the moon and replicated all those craters as they actually are. Now, to pull the painting together, I repeated that same color palette to create the ground tones you can see above the stream there. And in order to bring all that dazzling excitement in the sky to earth, I made the stream flowing beneath the Roman bridge also sparkle like the stars above. In order to make the stars glow, of course, I daubed a little bit of white paint, but then I surrounded each star in a little bit of blue, a little bit of coral. So again, creating that spectrum to make the stars sparkle. And I repeated that same idea down on the ground. I wanted to pull the sky and the earth together because the whole night was just ablaze with wonder and excitement. And here's a compositional clue. If you look closely at those three figures, you can tell they are in a rush. Your eye reads it as they're hurrying, right? Why do we know that? Well, I painted that first camel out front. I had him break the compositional line of that moon. It gives the impression that the trio are moving quickly. Had I encased all three figures inside the moon's circumference, all sense of movement would disappear. They would look static. They look like little statues. But that little camel just crossing the line of that moon, your eye reads that as they're going somewhere. Now, this canvas is 16 by 20 inch, and it took maybe 5 months to paint. Most of that time, though, chicken pecking all those colors in the sky. As an artist, if you want your subject to stand out, if you want to give it clarity, you follow a very basic artistic principle. You paint the subject either light against a dark background, or you paint the subject dark against a light background. Now you can see this in the way I painted the little wise men on their camels. It's just an attitude of a camel. They're not painted very anatomically correct, but it is dark against light. However, here, where the trees are also dark, I painted that against a light blue there in the background. So light against dark, dark against light. It's something that you want to follow when you paint.